Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to a video. Today we're going to be checking out this little guy. This is the ISDT H605 Air. And now this is sort of a little, really simple charger. It's actually a Bluetooth charger with only one button on it. So the idea behind this is that it has an XT60 input here, and then it has XT60 output with a 6S, up to 6S balance lead. And if you look, this does have that little center pin. This is BAT-Go enabled. If you have any BAT-Go batteries, that'll work with that. So the entire idea behind this charger is that it's super simple and that it's Bluetooth through your phone to the app. So this is the ISDT Go app. You can see I've already paired the charger. So let me just plug in a 4S, and this takes, I believe, 12 to 27 volts. And then if I click on the device here, hopefully you can see that there we have all the readouts. We have the current milliamps, cell information, and temperature of the charger, as well as how many times the charger has been used down here. If I plug in a battery, we'll get a decent bit more of information. And the first time when you're pairing your Bluetooth device, you have to press and hold this button for 3 seconds, and then I believe it starts flashing blue, and then you search on the app. So if we plug in that battery, and now you can see we have the cell information. You get all these little bars representing how full they are. If we go over into the settings up here, you can name your charger whatever you want. You can set the max input power. And it says it's a 50 watt charger. However, it does let you go up to 60 watt, but I haven't been getting 60 watts of power out of it, so that might just be a typo. And then you can set your min input voltage depending on what voltage source you're using. I'm using a 4S battery. So I probably don't want to go below 14 volts for charging there. You can check your system information, and if you want to do one-click start, which is not using the app, just the button, you have to set that up, which I already did. You basically just choose to turn it on, and then here are one-click start settings. So you can change the battery type from LiPo to HV if you want, as well as you can change the voltage that you want it to charge to. You can go down to 4.15 up to 4.25 on LiPo, which means HV could go to 4.3 to 4.4 volts. And I just set mine to about 4.22. And you can set the charge current that you want to go anywhere from 0.1 all the way up to 5. However, as you can see in these two little clips I've taken, since it is only a 50 watt charger, charging on 4S, you're going to get about 2.5 amps max on it. And then if you're charging a 6S, you're going to get about 2.1 amps max, which isn't that much, but for how small and convenient it is to just plug it in and press the button for just one battery, that's not a bad output. That's still charging it at 2C. So I just leave this as the max 5 amp current. And then cells, you're probably going to leave it on automatic, but you can change it if you want. Say if you're not going to be connecting the balance lead. And then down here are the BAT-Go settings. However, since this battery is not BAT-Go, I don't have any BAT-Go, we'll just say it's unavailable and you go back. Now, cool thing was when I first powered this on, it actually went through and updated the charger for me, so it does that automatically through your phone. And yeah, that's pretty much all the settings of it. So if we just go down here and press start, it'll just remind us of our settings just to make sure, which is nice. You press it again, and it starts charging. The light, you probably can't see it, but the light on here is flashing orange, and up here you can see the current is starting, it builds up. It's going to be about 2.1 amps since we're charging a 6S battery. We have our time as well as our milliamps here, and this is just charger temperature, so you know if you're going to be overheating, which is actually kind of cool to see that there. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop this, and I'm actually going to close out of the app and turn my phone off, because you actually don't need the phone to charge this, which is what's convenient about it. So let's just say you have this sitting here at a race and you plug in your battery and then you just press it for a second and it's blinking, and now it's charging with those same exact settings I was just using on my phone. Hopefully you can see the light there that it's blinking. When it's just white, that means it's idle. When it's blinking orange, that means it's charging. And if it blinks once, that means it's a 25%, twice is 50%, and 3 times is 75% or greater. And then when it's done charging and it's just really slow trickling, like at 0.1 amps, it'll be blue. And just to verify that everything is going correctly, or if you want to check up on the stats at the end of your battery, but you don't want to have your phone on the whole time, you can actually, I just had this off, it wasn't connected, and now if I go back, it'll realize that a new charging has started, and if you give it a second, it'll update to the current statistics. You can see we've already done 27 milliamps, and this is all the current settings, which is actually really cool. You don't have to leave it on the whole time, it stores it, and then once you turn on your phone, it'll update the information. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This little guy is definitely very simple. In terms of practicality, I haven't actually used this at a race yet, but it would be pretty convenient to just have it sitting there. Just plug in the battery, press the button for a second. You can't tap it, you have to hold it for about a second. I assume that's just in case, you know, you don't want to bump it against something. So hold it for just a second and it'll start blinking, and then it's good to go. Only being 50 watts with 2.1 amps on 6S isn't the greatest, but that is still almost a 2C charge rate for a 1250 milliamp hour battery here. So if you had one or two of these at a race, you could just set them there, and if you're cycling through maybe 12 packs, that'd probably be fine. They'd keep you up in the air. And overall, it's a really nice, simple, sleek package. And obviously, if you do have BatGo, you can take advantage of that. It does have a USB output as well, which is nice, because a lot of times at a race, if your phone dies, you can just plug it in here. One of the downsides, a couple of downsides actually, are that you have to have, say, a battery or some kind of power supply with an XT60 output, since that's the input on here. And it is only 50 watts and it's $30. I wish they'd let you have a firmware update that would let it push to 100 watts, but maybe have a disclaimer, you know, if you choose 100 watts, you void your warranty in case it burns up. 100 watts would be fine. It'll get warm, but this is in a nice, really sleek, well-polished case. Feels good in the hands. I don't think there'd be any problems. So yeah, that's just about it. Really simple product overall. Good implementation. Wish it was a little more powerful, maybe about $5 cheaper, but you know, it is what it is. And I know a lot of people are going to enjoy using it. So that's going to bring us to the end of the video. There will be a link down in the description below if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.